Market update here on the 6th. So I'm done trading for the day. What a wild day. And first thing I'm going to say is I cannot wait until next week. I think we're going to absolutely fall off a cliff. And we'll see if I'm right or not. But I think this is going to go. We're going to see a huge move to the downside from here. So that's just my thoughts. And let's get into the video. So pre-market, I was looking at this chart and we were falling, and I was saying that this is most likely a C wave, and it was really annoying because I didn't have any puts pre-market. We were already down here, so I didn't want to buy any puts. I knew that there's a demand zone right here, and I bought some calls right around in here, sold them right here, and then I was waiting to buy a new set of calls below this low. And we got a truncated wave 5, which means the wave 5 doesn't go below the wave 4. And so I didn't get hardly any fills. Ended up buying back up in here, like 358, knowing that we were probably going to go all the way up here to 364. And I sold somewhere 361, 362, and I was done for the day. But it's gone pretty much exactly as I thought it would. This whole move is a WXY move, which means that it is A, B, C, and then this is also A, B, C, and this is also looking right now like it's A, B, C as well. It's gone a little bit higher. Pretty much nailed the 1.61 fib. It hit the top of the trend line though. So we'll see. If it keeps on going past here, then that would be insane, first of all, because it was at 354 earlier. Now it's at 365 in one day. So first of all, that would already be insane. And second of all, it would probably, there's a chance, but it's a very slim chance it goes 370. 370 is the 1.61 fib. I think it's pretty much topped out right here, as you can see the trend line right here. And yeah, everything has worked out exactly as I thought it would. And I think this is most likely a fourth wave. So let's look from the very top of this move right here. Starting in July, this could be ABC. It doesn't really matter. This was definitely ABC. This looks like it's most likely a five-wave move. Invalidation would be 368.83. But it's looking like, and I'm looking for a huge move lower. It doesn't have to do that, I guess. It could just come down here to 347, 348. That's fine too. But I'm looking for at least 347, 348. But for some reason in my mind, I feel like we're going to go down here to 332. So you can also look at it like this too, WXY. The 1.61 fib of the W wave is around here, and then the 1.61 fib, if this was the A wave, is also right around there. So, this should be very close to the top, and I'm wondering, it's going to be interesting to see how this closes today. I would imagine there's a pullback, and I'm wondering if it's going to close above the 20 or the 50. That's going to be very interesting because it's above the 20 right now. But the 20 is at 363.77. If it closes below that, that would be even more bearish. If it closes above it, but below the 50, it's going to be kind of in between. We know that the 200-day is down here at right at the gap fill. So yeah, this has been a pretty crazy move. And a lot of people can't believe it. And you know what the best part about this is? The psychology of it. So we get this move down at the very start of the day, bear trap. Then we get this rip your face off move. So bears are demoralized right now. And now bulls, they think we bottom for sure. So both sides think we bottomed now. Yet we just made a very corrective move. And we'll see what happens next week. But I'm looking for a big move down. We'll see if we get it or not. I would expect at least 348. Tesla. So Tesla, the only chance that Tesla has to go higher here is if this is an ABC move. And it's doing a good job of going higher right now, but if that happens, then it's going to 280, and that would just mean that we're just going to end up getting this. And then that would probably mean that this is a wave 1 still, and this is a wave 2, and we're going to go higher after that. So I think this is very unlikely. I actually think Tesla probably topped out. It filled the gap. This move down on higher time frames looks like a ABC move, but if you look at the length of it, it went past the 1.61 fib, and there's a very small bounce here and then a move lower. I think it's a wave 1, personally, but it would be invalidated if it does break above 263.62. So we'll see if that happens. If that happens, then I would say it's more than likely it's going to go to 280. So if you are short here, I have a stop right here at 263. If I'm correct and it is a wave 1, we're looking for the next move down to a minimum of 242, but probably down here to 230. So probably a pretty big move down. And then the overall, we're looking down here to at least 216, probably like 200 to 210. So that is Tesla. And I'll say this too: if it doesn't happen next week, then that means we're probably not going to get it. I think that it needs to happen next week. If we get a corrective move next week down, then it's going to turn this move into some kind of corrective chop for a while. Microsoft, I just sold cover calls on this around 327. I said it was going to go to 325, potentially 328 in the past videos, and here we are. It is getting ready to hit the 1.61 fib potentially at 328.72. I'm not patient enough, and I went ahead and sold my cover calls where I wanted to, and this should be topping out here soon. You can see right here that we have one second. The only weird thing about this move is that well, this move right here looks like it's probably a wave A. The only thing about that is the 1.61 fib are way past it, but we are not past the 1.61 fib of this move right here, and I think this move was definitely a corrective move. So we have A, B, and C right here. And we did break outside of this, but that happens sometimes. I think this move should top out around 328. And then zooming out, I'm looking for the 200 DMA on the next move lower. Where is the daily? So we are finishing above the 20-day moving average though, so it is going to need a nice rug pull tomorrow or on Monday, and we'll see what happens. I'm looking for down here probably around 297, 200 DMA, or potentially 282. So here's another interesting thing. The VIX. I was watching this when I was trading. It was pretty simple. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And let's just see where the 1.61 fib is. It's at 1670. We did go through this demand zone that I had pulled out, but let's just see here. Look at that. We hit that parallel line almost perfectly. 1734. We're at 1733. And it made 5 waves. So everything's lining up for a big move higher now. If I zoom out here and look at this, and honestly, I really like the doubt that everyone will have when you try to make these predictions. But I've been talking about this the whole time. This looks to me like maybe this is a B wave right here. I don't know. This is kind of hard to figure out as the VIX, but again, I have this supply zone starting at 24. Potential move all the way up here to 26. We're at 17 right now. That'd be a pretty big dive in the market. Let's see where Apple went. I didn't follow this today. So Apple all the way up to 177.68. A very corrective move, just as the rest of them are. And getting close to the 1.61 fib. And what do you think about this move right here? If we go to 178.41, let's draw a parallel line from this right here. Uh-oh, gap fill right there. So, corrective move, corrective move, corrective move. It looks to me like this also was probably a WXY move. So this was A, B, and then we got A, B, C right here. Potentially to 167. Fill that gap right there. NVIDIA is a very important one. Let's check out and see what's going on there. It's up, and look where it's at. It's in a supply zone. Look at that. Supply right there. We are right in that supply zone right there. And top 456, we're still there. Is it going to make it outside the supply zone? Let's look at the daily. 20 is still below the 50. That is bearish. And this actually looks to me like a kind of looks like a 5-wave move right here actually now. Here's the good part about that then. If that's a 5-wave move, then, well, I need to go on lower time frames to see if this is a 5-wave move or not. It's completing something. Look at that, 5 waves right here. So on NVIDIA, I still think this is probably a B wave. Right into the supply zone that I had drawn a long time ago. Assuming that's the top right there. So 395 gap fill. Watch out. Watch out next week. I mean, this went from 410 to 455. That's a 10% move in literally 14 days. What else we got here? We got Amazon. So Amazon is, again, it made a 5-wave move here. And now we're just getting an ABC move here. 128.87 does have a gap fill. We are very close to that. It might come up here and gap fill that before the end of the day. And then I would be looking for at least might be looking for 115. We'll see. But this is a very corrective move, and look at that. I mean, it's just right in your face. Move higher, break the low. Can't be an impulse move. It's impossible for it to be an impulse move. Only thing it can be is ABC. So we know that that's going to be a second wave or a B wave. Has a gap fill here, supply, resistance. Another one up here, resistance. We are looking for this to at least go down here to 120, but potentially 115. What else we got here? Meta. So Meta, I think this might be a B wave here. Probably look for something down here close to the bottom, 270. Maybe the 265 gap fill as well. So I expect Meta to come down for sure. And what else we got? I'm probably missing one. Let's look at SPY. Haven't looked at SPY yet. So SPY, again, another one in a supply zone here. It does look kind of impulsive. No, it doesn't. They just took it to another level. Oh, this is at 430 now. So they just decided to take this another level from 420 to 430 in one day. Past the 1.61 fib. Crazy move. But guess what? It's right into supply again. If it were to break 432.32, then maybe I'd give it a chance. But again, this is a very corrective move. They decided to extend this move right here. It's not going to fool me. I still think this is a C wave here. And it looks like this is the end of the fourth wave. So we have A, B, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I would be looking for, I'm not sure if this is going to work, but let's see. Yeah, it's not going to work. I would be looking for, again, we have this demand zone right here. We're probably coming down to 413 to 419. The 1.61 fib is sitting here at 415.30. That would just be right above the first wave. They're going to try to take this as far as possible. So 415.30, we're at 430.63. That is a 4% sell-off coming, in my opinion, probably in the next couple of weeks. So that is pretty much it. As I said, if you want to buy puts right now, it's probably the best chance you're going to get in a long time. I already added some puts. I have 3 in both my accounts. Even if I'm wrong, and let's say it does go up next week somehow, it's too good of an opportunity to pass up. There's no reason not to buy. We're into supply. We've gone up $10 in a day. We're making a corrective move. So I've given proof in every one of my breakdowns of individual stocks that we should be headed lower next week. Will it happen? I would give it probably a 90% chance, unless something crazy happens. So I'll leave it at that. Let me know what you think in the comments. It's good. It's a good thing that everyone is doubting this move now, because when everyone's doubting it and you're kind of like, I hope it happens, and you're still confident about it, but you're still kind of iffy about it. Like, I still am like, I hope it happens. So you know what I mean. It's just really a contrary opinion right now, I think, because Bears probably gave up today, and Bulls think we're going to the moon now. Anyway, that's it. Leave me a comment, like, subscribe for more updates. Catch you in the next video.